So the next question is, what was it that encouraged you to seek help? And then once you decided you wanted help, what was the next step? And so I've kind of talked about this before in some of my blogs. What had happened was my bulimia ended up turning into this absolute, complete, total fear of food at all. I couldn't look at it, couldn't smell it, certainly couldn't eat it, not even drink juice, because I realized that every time I did try to eat something, I ended up purging it anyways. And so I just didn't see the point. And it just scared me because I didn't want to go through the purging experience. And so I went 3 days without eating anything. And after that, like, I was really weak, really tired, and I started getting a little bit frightened. And so I went to my professor, who knew that I was struggling with an eating disorder, and I explained, how long I had gone without food, and explained that I was, too afraid to eat anything, didn't want to eat anything. And I asked him how long I could live like that. And so he told me that without food, a human can live 30 days. And I like to say that this was instilling the perfect fear. I like to call that the perfect fear, because it was just enough to shake me up and really wake me up to what I was doing to myself and wake me up to the reality of what was going on. And about a month before that, I had dealt with a lot of thoughts of, suicide, and I've written on that. I'm posting a link to that blog on this video. And so I dealt with a lot of those issues, and through the counsel of the same professor, I decided that I wanted to be alive and I wanted to live. And yet I never really viewed my eating disorder as kind of going against that wish to live. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people don't really realize that eating disorders, in some ways, they kind of are like a form of suicide, just because of the damage you're doing to yourself. And like I said in the answer to a previous question, the mortality rate for anorexia is 20%, and anorexia has the highest mortality rate of any other mental illness. And so I like to say that, eating disorders are kind of like the longer route to the same destination, the destination of, actually killing yourself. So I realized that I had chosen I wanted to live. And so if the eating disorder was killing me, I didn't want to die. So I had to do something. So then the next step was I actually staged my own intervention. So I called friends and I called family. They all came to my apartment, and I told them that I wasn't ready to stop what I was doing. I didn't want them to make me stop, but I wanted to want to stop. And so I just asked them, please help me get to the place where I want to stop, because I want to stop, but don't take it any further than that. Don't try to force me to change right away. And so it took, quite a few hours, but they did get me to that place. And so after that, then it was just about looking for help, seeking help, finding a therapist, and all the steps kind of after that.